Eric Barnfine here from Forest River Class A Diesels. Today I'd like to showcase our Berkshire XL 37B floor plan. The best part about this floor plan, this is going to be a single bath floor plan, but what you're going to notice is that this is going to be the shortest length that we offer in our Berkshire XL line. Now let's kind of talk about what makes this floor plan unique with some of the exterior features. It all starts with the Freightliner XCR 380 platform. A couple cool features about that platform are going to be up front here, starting with this road watch box. This could be a radar box. So it's going to give me things when I'm driving down the road, like that adaptive cruise control and that headway monitoring. And it's actually going to be an active system that's actually tied into the brakes. So it gives me that adaptive cruise control feature as I am traveling around the country. It makes it that much easier to drive. As we wrap around the side here, like I said, this is that Freightliner XCR 380 platform. It is going to feature their new V-Series suspension. What's that mean to you? That means that instead of having a traditional I-beam front suspension up front here, it's going to have that new VFS front suspension. What that VFS front suspension is going to do is it elongates this front suspension and really reduces that brake dive effect and that body roll effect as I'm driving down the road, and really helps mimic that independent front suspension. It really does help reduce the ride quality, and how it does that is it takes away all that road vibration from coming back up through the chassis frame rails and into your steering wheel as you're going down the road. Now as we walk down the side of the coach, I always like to talk about our full body paint. You know, when it comes to these Berkshire XLs, we're doing a full buff and skim paint job on here. So as I run my fingers down the paint, I'm not going to feel where the lines are coming. And what also helps with that is we do 4 layers of clear coat. Now let's jump down to the basement. And as I open up these doors in the basement, what you're going to notice for how short this floor plan is, it's going to be 38.8 tip to tip lengthwise, is that I'm still going to have a good amount of pass-through storage with these 2 bays in the basement. I'm going to have a nice slide-out tray. It's great for your tables and your chairs at your campsite, or heck, I even like to put the cooler here at times if I'm hanging out underneath the awning here. Next, I got another pass-through storage bay. Our outside entertainment system is going to consist of a 40-inch LED TV with a JBL soundbar. This soundbar is actually going to have a radio built into it for an FM tuner, and it's also going to be a smart TV. So that means I can watch all my games, can watch any movies that I want, just based off here right underneath the awning. As we walk around to the rear of the coach, I'd like to highlight a couple things. This 380 XCR platform that we get from Freightliner is going to be equipped with a Cummins 8.9 liter ISL motor. What it's going to give you is 380 horsepower, but more importantly, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. Now here's one of the things that makes this Berkshire XL product line really, really unique. We order all of our 380 platforms with all-wheel disc brakes. What does that mean for the customer? What that means is that your tow hitch on this Berkshire XL product line is going to be a 15,000 pound tow capacity. Yes, I said that right. Most products built on a similar platform like this will be a 10,000 pound tow capacity. This one's going to be a 15,000 pound. You're also going to find the brake sync system is in your air hose connect for your auxiliary air line for your supplemental tow for your vehicle is already installed on this coach. And as we walk around to the driver's side of the coach, I like to talk about some of the construction things that make this product different than what you may find that are out there on the market. Number one, if you look up at our roof, what you're going to find is that that roof seam is actually moved to the side of the coach. Why is that? Because we do a one-piece molded fiberglass roof. Why is that important? Well, now I don't just have a side seam on the coach along with a seam that runs the whole length of the coach, but now I actually have a roof cap along with the front cap and the rear cap of this coach. Next, let's talk about some of the bays on the driver's side of the coach. If you notice, everything that we build is going to come with a power cord reel, and that this Berkshire XL product line is also going to feature a 2,800 watt pure sine wave inverter. Next, let's jump up to our plumbing bay. The unique thing of what makes our product lines different than any of our competitors is that we're going to install what we call a water manifold system on all of our plumbing bays. What's that mean? That means that all my plumbing connections are separated from this point forward. I got hot on one side, cold on the other. That's going to be direct point-to-point connections to the faucet that they're going to. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to have equalized water temperature and equalized water pressure. It also makes it to like where if I need to shut off water to my rear shower, I can shut off water whether it be hot or whether it be cold and still have water everywhere else throughout the coach. Then we go ahead and we couple that up with our whole house water filtration system here. Now let's talk about your tank sizes. The tank sizes on every Berkshire product line that we build, whether it's a Berkshire, Berkshire XL, or Berkshire XLT, you are going to get 103 gallons of fresh water, 66 gallons of gray water, and 42 gallons of black water. Next, let's talk about what heats this coach and what gives you hot water in this coach. All your Berkshire XL product lines are going to come with what we call a Chinook Oasis system. That Chinook Oasis system is going to be a hydronic heating system. How hydronic heating works is that it's going to have a diesel burner in there that's going to pull from the fuel line of the fuel source of the coach, meaning your diesel fuel tank, and you're also going to have some electric elements in there, which the electric elements, you'll have two of them. They're 1,500 watts a piece, so you got 3,000 watts of electric heat. What we like about the Chinook Oasis system is it only has a preheat of around 20 minutes. So if I want to take a warm shower, all I have to do is preheat the Oasis 20 minutes prior, and it'll actually get up to temperature to where I got that hot water. It's going to work as a continuous hot water heater. As long as I have water and I have fuel or I have power, I can make it warm using this feature. On this Freightliner XCR 380 platform, it is going to be a single axle platform, meaning it's going to be a 100-gallon fuel tank. You're going to find that you have dual fills on both sides of the tank, so I can actually pull into a truck station to actually fill up the coach. Next, let's talk about overhead. If you notice on all the Berkshire product lines, whether it's a Berkshire, Berkshire XL, or XLT, you're going to have an overhead mounted mirror. The reason we do that is because it enhances the visibility as I'm actually operating the coach on the roadway. You're also going to find that it's going to have a side vision camera built into the mirror that's actually trigger activated when I adjust my lane. You're also going to find that it's going to have a lane changing camera that's built into the mirror that's going to be trigger activated as I turn on my right turn signal or my left turn signal. As we enter this 37B, first I'd like to point out what the interior color scheme on this is. This is going to be that repost gray cabinetry with that steel color interior. This is a fixed interior package that we offer. If you notice, it's kind of an off-white to help really lighten up the inside of the coach. Now let's talk about the cockpit. The cockpit area of your Berkshire XL is going to feature power driver and passenger chairs. And the other nice thing is that for the passenger, we try to give a power workstation that stores in the passenger console if you notice, it's going to be a very robust workstation. Now let's kind of poke our head back a little bit, because what I always also like to point out is our drop-down cab over bunk. This is a great bed option for anybody who may be taking some grandkids or has a friend coming to stay with them, to where you don't want to have to break down your furniture, but you need a spot for them to sleep. This bed is going to hold up to 500 pounds. And when you don't need it, it's up and it's out of your way. Next, let's kind of talk about what makes a Berkshire XL a Berkshire XL. So, versus a regular Berkshire, what does a Berkshire XL give you? Number one, it gives you that bigger platform with the Cummins ISL 380 motor setup, but it's also going to give you a heated porcelain tile floor. This is going to be hand-laid porcelain tile. And then what you're going to notice is that you are going to have real wood on your slide trim, and you're also going to have real wood on your doors and your cabinet fronts throughout this whole coach. We couple that up with doing solid surface countertops on the table and in the kitchen and in the bathrooms to really give you that residential feel in this coach. Now let's talk about this 37B floor plan. This is a great floor plan for a couple who's looking to go kind of spend a couple months down in warm weather during the winter, or somebody who's looking to really travel the US and kind of see those national parks and state parks with everything. This floor plan is going to be a single bath floor plan, but if you notice, it's going to be sectioned off to where the living's kind of set up in zones, to where you have your living room here, which you have the theater seat in here across from your main TV. You will get a love seat sofa that will jackknife out into a bed in case you need to sleep a kid or something. And as we move down past the living room, you're going to move into the kitchen and dining area of the coach. In the kitchen and dining area, what you'll notice is that we have this nice big 4-person booth style dinette Why we like to utilize the dinettes is because it does give you some storage underneath the dinette cushions, so no space is wasted inside this coach. Now we move to the kitchen. And with the kitchen, what you notice is you got a nice pull-out cutting board here. You don't lose access to the drawer underneath it. But I got a nice big sink. I got the cup washer on my sink. I got two faucets on the sink, one that pulls out above and one that would spray if I'm doing dishes actually into the sink. I got a spot for the trash can underneath the sink built in. And I also am gonna pick up a little bit of storage in this kitchen for all those pots and pans, plates, any dishes that you would need. Now what makes a Berkshire an XL is the fact that I'm also gonna get a dishwasher coupled with that induction cooktop and that nice 30-inch over-the-range convection microwave. The fridge in a Berkshire XL product line is going to be a 23 cubic foot French door style fridge. As I open it up, I got the top refrigerator. I got the water canister built into the door here, so I do still have some water. Let's open up the freezer. The freezer is actually in the basement. I do have that ice tray, and then I got space for all my frozen goods down below. Next to that, you're gonna get a nice big tall adjustable shelf pantry. That's gonna be a nice great size pantry for this size of a coach. And then across from that is gonna be the bathroom for this coach. It's a very functional bathroom and a great use of the space that helps keep this floor plan nice and short for when you're traveling around the country. Next, let's walk into the bedroom. The first thing I always like to point out in the bedroom of this coach is how much storage you have for wardrobe storage space, because along the back wall, you pick up a wardrobe closet, but you also pick up a wardrobe closet in the slide here. Then you got a great 6 banks of drawers below, and even storage behind the TV. Across from the wardrobes, you're gonna find your nice big 72 by 80 king bed. This is gonna be a motorized tilt-a-view bed. We like those motorized tilt-a-view beds because of the functional space they offer you in your bedroom when you're not actually sleeping. Now, as we walk up the coach, I'd like to talk about the AC units that we use on this coach. We're gonna have 2 AC units. Both of them are gonna have a front and a rear heat pump in them, and they're going to be 15,000 BTU AC units. Also, you have an electric fireplace. So if I'm looking to just kind of take the chill out of the air, the fireplace in the living room will help do that. Thanks for checking out this Berkshire XL 37B. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to go to our website, www.forestserverinc.com/Berkshire XL.